Hello. So today is probably the first time this entire week where I'm mostly stationary. I moved my family, and it was not too crazy. It was actually not too bad. But moving is always hard just because starting anew is always extremely tiring. So I am very tired. I've been building furniture, carrying heavy stuff up and downstairs for the last several days, and I am feeling it. So I'm going to do a pretty quick painting here. Why isn't this starting? There we go. And then I'm gonna shower and go to bed. Actually, I'm gonna do some reading. Then I'm gonna go to bed probably. But anyhow, been really wanting to get back to painting something though. Oh my gosh, my head is distorted here. What the? Oh my god, I wasted 30 seconds just trying to mess around with the settings here. Anyways, um, I put out a discount code for spring break, so I'll put it in the description. It will only last a week, and then I will not have it anymore. I thought I'd put it out because it would be nice. I just sold out all my August classes, and I'm probably going to open up a couple more in August, September, October. And then that'll probably be the last one for the year. Then I won't have another one until January. But I just want to say thank you guys for all that support. It's really been nice. Um, all that extra cash also helped just with my family's move. Um, I did the math. Like we spent almost like somewhere between $2,000 to $3,000, I think, in the last 7 days just from eating out. Today was like the first day we made food for ourselves, and not only was it just felt better, like healthier. Um, it's clearly cheaper. I did the math because the kind of food I eat normally, usually eat like cereals, or I'll eat like oatmeal, beans and sausage, essentially. Super simple meals, nothing crazy. And I did the math, like to feed me for an entire month can cost anywhere between $100 to $160 for like every meal throughout the entire month if I just stick to the simple stuff. And so, yep, absolutely gonna have to do that because ain't no way I'm gonna be spending more than that uh, while stateside. And it's actually pretty cheap and incredibly healthy to eat this way. It's just hard to do when you're like moving from one place to another with all your family and you want to make sure they're eating right. It sucked too because we were feeding our son not the best foods just because we were just trying to, again, keep everyone fed. And he was also like having a good time with it. He's like, oh, I'm gonna eat all this stuff, and but I think he overdid it, and so we had to take him in to get checked out, and it was not the best. So we feeling better that we're all eating healthier now, and he's feeling great. So it is a testament to healthier lifestyles. Just obviously are the best approach. You know, it seems like convenient foods are just better. It's just like, well, it's convenient, and when you really think about it, it's like, is it convenient? Like, is it actually convenient? Because it wasn't really that convenient having to deal with people feeling having stomach aches and bloated and dealing with like cranky kiddos. Like everyone ate really healthy for the last few days and a week, and it's just easier to work with people that are just healthier in general. So it's obviously just better to do in the long term anyway. Everyone's moods are better. I feel so much better today, mood wise, eating just oatmeal and beans. Oh yeah, my wife made me some toast with avocado. That was really good. And I had some yogurt with my oatmeal too. That was really good. So yeah, I'm still I'm so tired. Today I wanted to do another kind of pre-recorded video because I was like, I think it's okay. I think all the other days it was perfectly fine, and honestly, I probably could have still sat down and recorded, but I chose not to for today because I'm like, well, my computer's set up. I still need my second monitor so I can kind of have a little bit more smoother transition. But I was like, no, I don't want to get in the habit of this. I actually like doing these videos. It's really helpful just for me in general as well. And it's really nice for many of you guys. And I know you guys are pretty happy with a lot of the content that I've been putting out there. So I'm trying to get back to it so that way I don't miss a beat anymore. I will say that there was a lot of questions that I thought I would be able to answer during this moment where I was uh, moving and packing and doing all this stuff. But honestly, I was just too tired. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so exhausted. So I think what I'll do is probably still do kind of like a questions and answers video looking at all the ones because I collected them. I do have them. I just need to go through them. And I might do a thing where I'm in front of the camera and stuff like that. I think that's totally reasonable. Time ran out. Let's just do 5 more minutes, no more than that. But yeah, I was just like, there's just no way. I'm not gonna try to doll up just to talk, you know. But now I feel better. Again, I feel very tired, but I feel good. I feel in the next week or two we'll probably be pretty settled for the most part. Maybe give or take a couple things, and it's just gonna feel really nice. We really like the new place in the community. Like a lot of the stuff that we want to have access to is really close. It's super convenient. That part I actually like a lot. I didn't realize how much I'd like that much of convenience because we lived in places where there was a lot of convenience. We used to live in the OC, for instance, and I would think that that had a lot of convenience. There's a lot of things that were pretty close to where we used to live, but it's still kind of like it's surprisingly unmatched to where we're at now, where everything truly is just 10 minutes drive at the most. I think we yesterday we went to IKEA, which was like the longest drive we had to do for anything. And it was just for furniture. And honestly, we probably could have still probably ordered a lot of that and didn't have to drive. But I think it was just nice to kind of just drive and see more of the area in which we're living around. And that was like maybe 30 minutes, 35 minutes at most. And it was fine because we're used to driving long distances for anything. And so honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. And yeah, we got the stuff and we just came back and it was truly not that big of a deal. And so just to think like that was like the only time where I felt like we had to actually travel a bit of distance for anything was interesting, you know? I think when we start to plan to do more stuff that's like not just, you know, getting stuff for the home, like if we just actually want to go hang out and do family things, like I want to see how that might go in terms of traveling and how long that might take. Because there's a couple places that I saw that are definitely pretty far, like beaches and nice kind of larger outings. But in terms of, again, just basic activities, there's still quite a few that are not too far away from where we're at. And so I'm excited to try those out first just to see how interesting and how awesome those are. But yeah, the convenience is pretty incredible. It's actually a pretty good selling point. Like that alone, to be honest. It's just like you don't need to go far. Like the gym that I go to is only 5 minute drive, and it's so fast. I can actually walk there and probably get there in about 15 minutes. And if I had a bike, I can probably get there just as fast. Um, maybe like maybe not just as fast. Maybe like instead of 5 minute drive, I could probably get there in um, 8 minutes. I don't know. It's hard to know for sure. But that's great. That's really good. I'm used to not having that no matter where I've lived. it's always been quite a bit of a journey to go anywhere um, for my fitness. So having it that close is pretty awesome. I really like that a lot. Because I can go get like a pretty quick workout and just not be away for too long. It's actually crazy how convenient it is. And so that, and there's a couple other things that I really like. Yeah, again, like there's just like so many just little shops. There's restaurants. We wanted to go out, me and my wife, for like a date night to just to kind of get more of a grasp of like the scene. But again, we're just so tired. We're just so incredibly tired. I think I got maybe 3 or 4 large furniture left to build, but that's pretty much it. I think once that's done, there might be a furniture here and there, but that's so much easier to do. It's been great too because me and my sons have been building some of the stuff together, and it's been really enjoyable just to do stuff like that together. You know, it's funny because my younger son's like, "Do we have to build the bunk bed for tonight?" And I was like, you know that feeling you have right now, the feeling you're describing to me? It means you're lazy." I was just joking with him. He's tired too. I get it. I don't want to make him feel bad about that. But I feel tired too, Julian. But um, where's your sense of duty? Like we got to do this not because, um, like for no other reason other than your brothers need this bed built so they can have a nice bed frame to sleep in and not be sleeping on the floor and on like the bed with us. This is our duty as their elders to do this for them. Like, all right, fine. And so we did it, but I made it fun. We had a good time doing it together. And my wife kept on interrupting, and I made fun from that too. And it was really enjoyable for all of us. Good family time, building furniture. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call this. I wanted to add something else to this. Add that, and then I'll call it. Yeah, I'm okay with this. This might be fine. Yeah, I've been really itching to paint. I've been doing some work, but not necessarily just painting for myself, kind of like what I've been doing. It's pretty fascinating. Just kind of taking a break to now not. I'm just feeling pretty fluid here. This is really cool. I'm gonna see if I can start up some sort of sketch group out here. I don't know about any local artists, so I'm gonna probably reach out, start asking around, see who shows up. But anyway, this should be good for now. Let's stop here. Okay. I am going to. Oh no, actually, I want to do things. A couple more. Then we're gonna call it. Oh, I'll probably talk about more about this in more videos in the future. I don't know if I want to add that super dark value and change my mind. Too much of a commitment. I'll have to keep painting. Um, Daggerheart from Darrington Press and the Critical Role folks just came out. I helped art direct that alongside Alicia Hennigan, and it turned out great. And the book sold out, which tells me that it's a pretty big success. I expected it to be too. I remember telling the team when we were working on it, I was like, "Yeah, I think this is going to be a hit. The people are going to really love this." They were very nervous about it. I don't know, maybe it won't, maybe it will. I think it sold out in a few days, like every copy. They had tons of copies, so that's all good news. And I'm very happy. And what was cool to see is like all the artists that worked on it sharing all their beautiful artwork that they did. And it was really nice too. A lot of them crediting me as like a really nice art director that they work with. And they really enjoyed working with me, which was really nice. I actually probably enjoyed more of that than the book doing really well in sales. Don't get me wrong. If it does well, then that means more of the art is exposed to all these beautiful artists. In fact, there's been lots of streams that I saw of people who've been sharing where people who've been playing the game or very happy with a lot of the art because it's not your typical kind of fantasy aesthetic of just people fighting. There was a lot of moments where it was really just endearing, and this is credit to the folks like the game designers Spencer and Rowan who really wanted more of that kind of stuff in the illustrative book that they were building, and I think that was a good move. I agreed with it. I was like, yeah, this is great. This is what we should do. And so, one thing that I'll do probably in a future video is talk about my strategy and how we art directed this and kind of manage it. Some of the things that I wish I could have also done better, things that I think I did well, and yeah, move on to bigger, better pastures. Um, but man, I'm tired. Like I haven't shared anything I did for that either, just because I'm just been so busy. I think I'll set some time aside tomorrow, put together the watermarks, and yeah, share the work. But I gotta go. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sticking with me during my move. For those of you who've been chilling, I'm back. I'm gonna be trying to do another video every single day. And then if I do break videos again, you will know. I'm sure that will happen in the distant future. But cheers.